Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kat, and today I have a special treat for you.
New books.
Today we are doing an original tag. It's the Would You Rather book tag, Curious Edition. The most exciting part is not the tag itself, it's actually that I got to test it and answer the questions with my good friend Ellen from the Ellen Made Book Club channel. I was lucky enough to travel to Sweden at the end of March / beginning of April, and wonderfully Ellen traveled to where I was in Sweden. We met up in Lund and we spent a half a day together, an afternoon together. We had a lot of fun, and so we recorded this video, which was a true delight. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I did filming it with her. It's split in two parts, so in this video that you're watching now, you will see the first half of the tag, and then on Ellen's channel you will be able to watch the second part. All the prompts are in the description if you want to do this tag on your channel as well, so you have everything in one place. It's a bit easier, but the answers will be split in two parts. Without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this video of me and Helen doing the Would You Rather tag, Curious Edition.
Now it's recording.
Okay.
Cool.
So the first one, and it's only a bunch of not easy ones because it's like a Would You Rather.
Okay. It's dilemma, like book dilemma.
Yes.
Okay.
So the first one is, would you rather never read more than one book from the same author? And so you can't reread anything from the same author. You can't read more than one book.
I have to see the text, I think,
Okay.
because my brain is not taking in anything of this.
So would you rather never read more than one book from the same author, and you can't reread either, or read only books from your favorite? So it's either you read
Just one favorite
forever,
or all different?
Yeah, it's just one author forever. Like you can reread as much as you want, all your favorite books and all of that. Or you can never read more than one book from the same author. So if there is an author that you love, you can only read one book from them and you can't reread it.
Do you have your answer? Are you asking me or are we both answering?
We're gonna both answer.
Okay, well I know my answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I would read all different ones.
Same.
I would rather have 100 favorites than just one favorite, and then
Yeah, same.
never being able to experience anything new.
Same.
The variation is like that,
Okay.
or the discovery is half the fun
Yeah.
for me. So
Yeah. I think I'm the same. The only thing that's a bit sad is just if you really love a book from an author, you're never allowed to take more of their works. But I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's not that hard.
we'll see.
Maybe it's not that of a dilemma. Would you prefer to read a book with an unlikable main character, or read a book where your favorite character dies?
I mean, I feel like I'm okay with both. Which is horrible, but I like an unlikable main character sometimes.
Yeah, but unlikable, not in the sense that it's made on purpose that it's unlikable. It's just
One that I don't like reading
yes,
about.
Yes.
Well, no, then I would prefer my favorite character dies. Because I read that recently and that was good. Not the fact that he died, but the book was good.
Yeah.
And my experience was good, so I would rather have that, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm the same, because the first one is the way I phrase it is more it's badly written, so you don't like the character.
Yeah,
the other
that's a
one,
DNF, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Your answer, not mine. Sorry.
But yeah, your favorite character dies. Hopefully it's something that it serves a purpose for the story. It's not just a sob thing. So I would also prefer that. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not necessarily against unlikable main characters when that's on purpose.
And if it's your favorite character, that's your favorite character for a reason. So up until that point, it was probably really good. So, it's not, it's not just a good character. It's just it's your favorite character. So,
yeah,
that was a good experience.
That they died?
No, but to have a favorite.
Yeah, true.
like the journey.
Yeah, but that's the
for
thing.
them
It's
to
just
become
like,
your favorite.
It's soul crushing that they died.
Yeah, but it's a
if
book.
Don't tell them that.
Well, it is. In case you didn't know, it's just
They're not real.
the
Okay.
pain is real. The pain is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was for a purpose. It was serving the story.
Yeah.
If it was good. Would you rather start your library from scratch, but you can't rebuy any of the books that were on your shelves before, or never be allowed to add a new book to your current library?
New books. New books.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Book haul. Book haul.
Yeah.
Like screaming at the door. Remind me. Okay.
Yeah, I think I would be also more on the new book, but now that I'm doing the low buy,
Yeah.
I'm just much better at not buying books. Like even now, because I'm traveling, one of my rules is just like I'm allowed to buy books when I'm travel, and I only got one, and I've been like super, super good and super reasonable. So I have less of that drive to buy new books.
But you want that to be forever?
No. No, but like I think I would still want to do it sparingly. But I'm just trying to think like, oh, are there some books on my bookshelves that are like irreplaceable because some can have like sentimental value.
Yeah.
But you can always create like new memories and new sentimental value with new books. And the ones, I don't think I have like something so rare that I couldn't find it in the library or something. Well, the thing is like I live in France, so a lot of the books on my shelves I couldn't find in the library. So if I'm not allowed to buy them again, that would be a bit of a problem. So maybe I need to move.
But you can travel and and move and have people send you things.
Yeah.
Or gifts allowed.
Okay.
There's always a work.
Not the old version. I'm just trying to find loopholes. Okay, so new books. Would you rather if your favorite author never publishes anything new, or if they only publishes bad books from now on?
I'm not really sure who that is, so I don't care, I guess. Like,
Okay. Sorry for asking.
no, I'm just thinking like, I don't know. It doesn't, like if it's only bad books from now on, that's pretty much the same as nothing at all. Or like it's not robbing me of another good experience. Both are robbing me of a good experience.
Yeah, I guess in the sense that they don't publish anything new, like you don't have anything new to read from them, like you're just you're stuck with what you have.
Yeah.
But would you rather not, like it's basically, would you rather not read anything new from them, or would you still prefer, but if you don't,
It's something from them.
something from them even if it's not good, but if you don't have like a strong feeling about like a favorite author, I guess it's just like meh.
I mean, that would be kind of like Astrid Lindgren, for example, who's a Swedish children's book author who has passed away, so she's not coming up with any new books.
Yeah.
But like if she were to come back to life and write a new book and it was bad, I don't know. I don't want to do that to her.
I mean, they imagine like they find an old unfinished manuscript and they publish it, but it's not good.
No, I think no, let's not ruin that for them.
Yeah. For me, I struggle with that as well because I realize that I'm not really like a favorite author kind of reader. Like I like to read.
I like the book and then the person is
and I'm the same with music. Like I will listen to a few songs from an artist and not necessarily not really the whole album.
Yeah.
But I try to think about this as the author. Like if I were a writer, like
you wouldn't want something.
I wouldn't want to publish something bad.
No.
And the thing like I could still keep writing and just not publish the stuff if they're bad.
Yeah.
So I think probably never publish anything new as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Well, that's a cute little dog.
Okay, back on track.
Yeah.
Would you rather read only one of your favorite genres or read as widely as you want except in that one genre?
Again with the favorites.
Yeah.
So which one is that?
I mean, it's one of your favorites. So you just like, if you were to read in only what genre, what would that be? And would you rather read only that genre or just never read it again?
I think I would still go with the variation because that's still like more. I don't have a strong enough attachment to one of them to choose that over all of the other ones. So I would go with the just take one away and then I can still have some other ones that I also like.
Yeah. For me, like the thing is, I read quite widely and like in similar proportions in different genres, so it's really hard to pick.
Yeah.
But like currently, because I'm writing fantasy, I would probably pick fantasy. And I'm like, I don't think I would want to read only fantasy because it would, in a way, would be a bit overwhelming because like it's a new world every time and it's just like lots of information. So sometimes just like reading general fiction is kind of more relaxing than reading fantasy.
Yeah.
But if I could never read fantasy again, I would also be really, really sad.
Yeah.
So
could you also not read your own? Because then you wouldn't be able to write it either because you're reading what you write.
Yeah, we're talking about reading, not writing. So I could still write it.
You can't write without reading.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing.
So.
But I
mean, as you write, like you can't.
Yeah. No, but like, I would still like consider that I would still be able to write fantasy.
Okay.
But it's hard to read in a genre that you don't read, so that would be a problem. The thing is, like, I'm currently working on a fantasy novel, but I also write in other genres, so I could still also work in other genres. I think I would be really sad, but I would also go with the diversity because just the way my brain works, like I need variety.
Yeah.
But I would be really sad. So.
Yeah.
Okay, this one was a real dilemma for once. Would you rather be stranded forever on a deserted island with a full library or still live in society but books have disappeared?
It sounded like a very easy question and it's also not. Or like,
I mean, that's the goal.
If there are no books in society, then what even is the society that I'm choosing? Because if there's a society without the books.
Yeah, I mean, you can still have movies and TV shows. Like,
but there's no, like, knowledge, like, education, science would be very tricky without books. Religion would also probably not be a thing. So it's a very different kind of
they
society.
They disappeared, so we still
know things.
We still know of them, but
we're just robbed of them.
The books disappeared. And also, like, you can have other forms, I guess, of documenting. Like, you can have documentaries and...
Okay.
But you just can't read them. But the goal is for the questions to be hard, so I'm glad that this one is challenging.
Do you have an answer?
I think I would still want to live in society, even without the books. Because, again, like, you could consume other forms of storytelling. Whereas on this deserted island with the full library... Like, you could, like, it would be great because then nobody's bothering you, have all the time to read, but also you're not adding new stuff because it's a deserted island, so you're stuck with the books that are there.
Yeah, but it's full, so...
Yes, but... yes, true.
It's more than I can ever read anyway.
Yeah, but the thing is, like...
all the books, all of the books.
Yeah, so that's really appealing, like, having all the time, no disturbance, just, like, being able to read all the time.
Yeah, and someone is making sure that I survive, or is that...
Let's consider that you're able to survive. But the thing is then you're also completely alone, and so you don't have anyone to talk of the book, like to discuss the books with.
Oh.
So yeah, I think I would not want to be just like, or do I?
Yeah, that's.
I want to be alone with the books.
No, like in that case, I would choose society. But it also sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, it's just like, could we get like the society thing and then we go on vacation on the island?
Exactly.
So we just have books for like 5 weeks a year.
Yeah.
Well, two weeks for our US friends.
Yeah, the forever part is like the tricky one.
Yeah.
But otherwise it wouldn't be a dilemma. So.
Yeah, but that's why it's super sweet. Okay. Then I had a few where I tried to go with specific genres. So for SFF, would you rather read only 5-star series but they're unfinished, or read only thick standalones with a bunch of info dumping?
I think I would choose the unfinished series. because that's still fun as long as it while it lasts, and then I can imagine myself what happens next.
Well, you're very like self-sufficient, because I know a lot of people who would be like so annoyed with the unfinished series.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
just going through that thick standalone with a bunch of like, is there a good story there still? Or is it just like, if it's just a brick of information, that's just gonna give me nothing.
Yeah.
So I would rather have a good series and
Yeah.
then just not have the final book.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I really struggle with that one. Because like I really want to read Game of Thrones, but I'm not starting because it's not finished. And I still have the hope that it will be finished at one point. Like they did with The Wheel of Time when they had Brandon Sanderson finish the series.
Have you seen the show?
No.
No.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit much of things, but yeah, it's good.
Okay. Maybe I need to watch it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really struggle with that one because like a big stand like. I mean, the thing is like standalones are usually not as thick as series times, which is kind of weird actually.
Yeah.
But even if there is like a lot of info dumping, but there's still like a solid story, I might go for that. But then I feel like I'm missing out on the series, but there's no ending. Maybe I can write the ending. If I'm allowed to write the ending,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I can do Brandon Sanderson's thing.
Yeah.
Then maybe I pick
Why
that.
not?
Mystery. Would you rather always get the twist spoiled, or that the books always have an open ending, or like the killer isn't caught, like you don't really know what happened?
I like the unknown, apparently. So I'm sticking with my open ending, I think.
Okay. And for me, I'm like, I'd rather be spoiled.
No.
I'd rather like have a spoiler and just, because like there are a ton of stories that like you know what happens and you're still curious to read them. Like I'm interested in seeing how it's pulled together as well. So I would, and also I don't read mystery, so that kind of solves it. But I think I would rather have the book have a spoiler for the twist rather than a book where you're just left like, I mean, I'm not against open endings, but probably not for mystery or like crime novels and stuff. Like I want to know who did it. Well, that's your choice. Okay, I think that's the first one where we disagree. Or no, maybe
Is it?
the other one.
No, didn't you choose the standalone?
No, in the end I chose the series if I said I could write the
Oh,
end.
yeah, okay. True.
Alright, this is the end for now, but you have the second part of the tag that you can watch on Ellen's channel. If you are watching this at the premiere, first of all, thank you so much for joining the fun. I'm so happy to have you. And you can keep going because the second part is going to be live on Ellen's channel in just a few minutes. So hop on over there and keep the conversation going. In terms of tagging people, there are quite a few people I would love to hear the answers to this tag. So because it's quite a list, I'm gonna put it directly in the description below. If you were not tagged by me or Ellen, you are still very welcome to do this tag and share your video with us. We would be super excited to hear your answers. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one and over Ellen's channel for the second part. See you soon and bye-bye.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, back on track.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Cool, that's it.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay. We say bye or something.
Okay. We say bye.
Okay. Bye.